Want to speak real English from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at EnglishClass101.com.
Welcome back to Top Words. My name is Alicia, and today we're going to talk about the 10 most romantic things to do on a date. So, let's go. Candlelit dinner. The first phrase is candlelit dinner, a candlelit dinner. So there's a candle, and that's the light. So candlelit is refers to like your dinner is lit, or you see your dinner by a candle. Like, so it's very, very dim. The light is very low. That's the image of a candlelit dinner. In a sentence, candlelit dinners make me nervous. That's true. When I came home, there was a candlelit dinner on the table. Go for a long walk. The next expression is go for a long walk. Go for a long walk, this could be a good thing. So it's just as it sounds. On your date, you go for a walk somewhere. Presumably in a nice location or in like in a quiet location. It's a little strange to go for a long walk down like a busy street. The idea of go for a long walk is that you have a chance to speak to the person that you're on a date with. In a sentence, I think going for a long walk can be nice sometimes. In this sentence, we went for a long walk around the city at dusk. Go bowling. The next expression is go bowling. So if you like maybe very, very casual or kind of even sport-ish dates, you can go bowling for your date. So in a sentence, I don't think I've ever been bowling on a date. Maybe I have. I have been bowling. I don't know if I have been on a bowling date. I don't know. I feel like I'd be too preoccupied with like wanting to win the game and I wouldn't be focused on my date. We go bowling every Sunday. Go to the aquarium. Yeah, okay. The next expression is go to the aquarium. Ah, that's kind of a nice idea. I would say go to the aquarium or like maybe go to a museum. Both of those are maybe nice ideas. So it's just a place you go, maybe you can learn something with the person you're on the date with, or you can see something you're both interested in. So I think going to the aquarium sounds like a fun idea for a date. In this sentence, oh, I pet a stingray at the aquarium. Have you ever done that? Like in those little petting pools, like the stingrays, they have like stingrays. This is my stingray impression, by the way. Like they have stingrays kind of like hanging out in there. And as they kind of stingray by, as they swim by, you can touch them and they kind of are like slimy, but like they're like
kind of dangerous?
They have, well, there's like manta rays and then there's stingrays. But I think with the stingrays, the ones that are poisonous, this is their tail stinging you. I don't know why.
Stingrays are like so adorable.
My stingrays are awesome, let me tell you. But I think that like they remove the stingers from them so that like they can't actually hurt anybody. Or I don't know, there's something they've done. They've also got like other like weird touchy things for kids to feel in those little like touchy ponds.
I've done like those.
Touchy ponds. But anyway, that's a cool idea for a date. Let's go. Go to the opera. The next expression is go to the opera. Go to the opera sounds like a very formal date idea. I think I would be very nervous if I went on an opera date. So to go to the opera, you have to like, you know, be nicely dressed and you go listen to people sing in a language that you probably don't understand. And then you are like, wow, that's pretty much how I would experience an opera, I think. So let's see, in a sentence, I think going to the opera could be really interesting, but I don't know if I would enjoy it for a date. In this sentence, we got dressed up and we went to the opera. Go to the zoo. The next one is go to the zoo. Go to the zoo. Going to the zoo is probably a popular date idea, I imagine. All right, in this sentence, I don't like going to the zoo because of the smell. Have a picnic. The next expression is have a picnic. Have a picnic is kind of like a classic date thing, I think. I don't know that I would do this now necessarily. Like I have picnics with my friends. I've had picnics one-on-one with my friends. But I think it was because they were my friend that I was comfortable. I think a picnic date with wine, cheese, and meat and dessert would be fantastic. We hiked up the mountain and had a picnic at sunset. Have dinner and see a movie. The next one is probably the most classic date idea, which is have dinner and see a movie. So you go to dinner and then you see a movie, or vice versa. You see a movie and then have dinner together. Especially in my mind, if you see the movie first and then go to dinner, then you have something you can both talk about, right? Or if you go to dinner first, you know, you can speak to each other a little bit and then go see the movie and not talk to each other, which is fine. But I feel like seeing the movie first and then going to dinner seems to make more sense to me, because then you can actually talk to the other person. I don't know, that's my idea. What are you doing next week? Do you want to have dinner and see a movie with me? In this sentence, how about dinner and a movie? Take a ferry ride. The next one is take a ferry ride, or take a boat ride, I guess. So you get on a boat together and you go somewhere. Sounds a little bit old-fashioned to me, but whatever. In a sentence, let's take a ferry ride this weekend. In this sentence, we took a ferry ride around the Statue of Liberty. Walk on the beach. The next expression is walk on the beach, another very classic date idea. So you just walk together on the beach. Maybe it's a long walk on the beach. Whoa, I don't know. So a long walk on the beach, or just a short walk on the beach even, can be very nice. In a sentence, let's take a walk on the beach. In this sentence, I like long walks on the beach. So that's the end. Those are 10 romantic ideas for a date. If you have different date ideas, please be sure to tell us about them in the comments. That was weird. If you have different ideas for a date, leave us... If you have different ideas for a date, please leave us a comment and let us know about it. Thanks very much for watching. Please be sure to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. And we will see you again soon. Bye!